Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another grocery haul to share with you guys. Now before we get into things and jump right in, I wanted to share with you the answers to a couple questions that came up in my last grocery haul. Just as a forewarning, we as a family do have a budgeted system of how much we spend on groceries, and for us personally we decided that $150 a week makes sense in order to feed our family of five. We're a family of five now. Almost forgot about Chicago. And that includes all consumables, so food, toiletries, cleaning products, as well as baby diapers, and now that my daughter has self-weaned, formula as well. So that being said, because we are in a debt busting mode, we are trying to keep that number as small as possible. So even though some weeks we reach up to the $150, most weeks we're trying to make a conservative effort to stay well below that. So while this grocery haul will be, a little bit higher in what we consider some stock up items, next week's may look different because we're spending a lot of money on fresh fruit and veg to flow into the next week, but not as much in the snacks or pantry stock up supplies. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the haul. Alright, things are a little overcast around here, so I made sure to turn on the overhead light so we can go through these items and you can see what I'm talking about. So, to start off, I bought a bunch of bananas for my kiddos. My baby loves eating these, and so do my two boys, and so do me and my husband, really. So these were a really good price at 35 cents a pound, so I made sure to pick up a bunch. I do have a tip for keeping bananas longer, and that's to wrap the tip here in some saran wrap. It totally works, and it keeps your fruit looking nicer longer. And when things do start to go a little bit brown and look a little, go in the way of the dodo, we just make sure to either stick them in freezer bags and pop them in the freezer to make smoothies, or I'll just make some banana bread and we make sure that very little goes to waste. Along with that, I went ahead and picked up some strawberries. These were actually 88 cents a container, so I just price matched them at my local Walmart. My local Walmart is like less than a mile away from my house, and if you haven't tried price matching, you guys, you have to. It will significantly pare down the cost of your groceries. We also picked up some hamburger buns because I'm going to be making pulled pork one of these weeknights for dinner, so have those to put it on. Picked up 2 loaves of bread. I personally don't like buying as much, processed bread as we do, but that's the unfortunate reality of life right now. Don't really have as much time to be making bread, so bought 2 loaves of bread. I also picked up 2 frozen pizzas. There are some just really relaxing nights, usually a Friday or a Saturday night when we have a family night in, we're watching a movie, we're just hanging out, really low-key, playing a game. So we make sure to pop one of those, or a couple of those, into the oven and serve it up with copious amounts of fruits and vegetables, and we're all set. I also made sure to pick up 3, they're not exactly a gallon, but they're just shy of, it's just some lactose-free milk. We are a lactose-free family here. I would like to make the transition into like an almond or a coconut milk, but for now my boys drink that, so I make sure to stock up on that. It was a really good price, so $1 off the normal price, so I made sure to grab 3. I also picked up some half and half. I do drink that in my coffee. I'm sure I have lots of really health conscious friends who are rolling their eyes at me. I'm so sorry, Sarah, thinking of you, but that's what I put in my coffee, and it helps get me through my morning. I also made sure to pick up 6 bags, was it 6? 8 bags actually, of this fideo pasta. This is what I use to make my sopa de fideo, and the version that I made that I shared on Instagram was just tomato and the tomato soup essentially base and the pasta, but you can also pop veggies in with the soup to make it a little bit healthier. So this was really cheap. They were 20 cents a bag, so I went ahead and got some in, some ABCs, some just shells, and the little stars that I made before. I went and got some cucumbers. Those were on sale at a different store. Again, I price matched them at Walmart, so 5 for $1. We will go through these like that. They may not even make it through the end of the week, which is why Irma grocery shops weekly. I also picked up some fresh green beans. These are just super easy for dinner time to cut off the ends. Stick them in one of those microwave steam bags and steam them, and we put a little bit of tiny bit of butter, toss them, and they're just delicious. My boys love them. Also picked up some blackberries. They were 77 cents and they're so good. I absolutely love blackberries. We got some natural creamy peanut butter. It is the kind with oil that you have to stir and pop in the refrigerator, so got 2 of those. Again, I said I was going to be making some pulled pork for dinner, so I got 2 just regular Kroger variety brand of barbecue sauces. We haven't tried them, but they were like $1.05 on sale, so we figured, you know what, we'll give them a shot. If they stink, we know for next time. I also made sure to pick up 8 of these Annie's, what are they, organic mac and cheese. Look, I understand it's mac and cheese, but knowing that it's organic makes me feel a little bit better about feeding it to my kids. We've actually already used 2 of the boxes for lunch today because Michael just couldn't wait. I also picked up 4 containers of tomato sauce. These were on sale. I used this to make my sopa de fideo or just different dishes around the house. So whenever they're relatively inexpensive like that, I'll pick up, even if I have a couple in the pantry, just to make sure that I have a strong rotation of the staple items that I use regularly. You guys are gonna laugh. I did pick up a regular box of macaroni and cheese because my toddler saw that it had Poppy on it and he squealed for it. It was a book, so I figured, you know what, you've been really good. We'll pick this up for you. I also picked up 4 containers of tuna. These are just a really simple lunch for me. I will whip it up with just the smallest bit of mayo and some spring some spring mix that I pick up at Walmart or Sam's Club. Ooh, focus, camera, focus. And it just makes for a really yummy like tuna salad that I have for lunch. Also picked up some grapes. My toddler loves grapes. Made sure to get those for him. Picked up 2 lemons, some cantaloupes. We will easily go through 1 cantaloupe in 1 sitting, so got some of those. Picked up some sour cream because I will be making some banana bread to make use of some older bananas that I have sitting in the fridge. Some ricotta cheese to make tonight's dinner with. I did pick up some imitation, I think it's imitation crab meat. It says so right there. But I picked up some imitation crab meat. This makes for a really yummy lunch or dinner or both. It's a luncheon meal that I grew up eating. It's delicious, so got that for that. I also picked up some chorizo, some beef chorizo. I'll just mix that in with eggs, and my kids love having it for breakfast. My husband loves having some chorizo and egg burritos, so that was a really good buy. Also picked up some spicy Italian sausages. These are just, again, like a really simple meal to have on hand. I'll have these in the freezer, just pop them out, defrost them the day of, and then just grill them for us to have for dinner. Or else there's a couple of different dishes that I can make with these, and they were only $2.50, I believe, so that was a really good buy. I also picked up a big old honkin' thing of, I think it's pork butt. So I picked this up. It was 99 cents a pound, so it was super cheap. And I mean, this thing is gigantic, right? But I actually had the butcher cut it up for me, so that he cut it up in 4 sections. So I'll be able to use 1 section at a time, and I'm gonna bag the other 2 as soon as I'm done filming this. I also picked up 2 dozen eggs, and these are 69 cents each. So I have some in the fridge, made sure to buy some more to always have some in rotation. These, I love boiling eggs at either like on a Sunday night actually, just because my husband will grab some to take with him to lunch for work, or I can have them myself for lunch or even breakfast, or you know, just to have as a quick source of protein so that I'm not tempted to hit up the drive-thru knowing, hey, I've got some eggs at home. I can just whip something up really easily for lunch. I also got a baguette, I guess, French bread. This was a buck at Walmart. I'm gonna be making some homemade garlic bread this evening for dinner. And since we actually will only eat about half of it for dinner, I will stick the rest prepped in a little Ziploc bag, you know, as already ready frozen, what am I trying to say? Frozen garlic bread, just like you would buy in a store, but it's a lot cheaper if you make it yourself. I also picked up a pineapple because they were a really good price. Got some toothpaste for my kiddos. We are trying to make a move towards a more, you know, health conscious and way of living. So making tiny changes like starting off with the Tom's toothpaste, or, you know, making sure that the kids are having more fruit and veg in their daily diet is the way to go. I understand that buying mac and cheese kind of may or may not negate that, but you know what, it makes us feel better. So we bought our kids the Tom's toothpaste. They really like it. These were on clearance for $1, so I made sure to pick up an organic Italian seasoning as well as some crushed red pepper flakes. Also picked up some Kroger brand pasta sauces. This is a beef flavor. This is a green pepper and mushroom flavor. These I use as the base for like my pasta sauce because I'm gonna be real honest, sometimes I just don't have the time to sit and watch a pot all day as I'm making pasta sauce, so this is just a really quick and simple, easy way for me to get dinner out quickly and just add a couple of extra ingredients to make it my own. I also picked up some clamato juice that goes along with the imitation crab meat to make that Lenten meal I was talking about. And this is huge, so this will yield a couple of different batches of that meal. This was definitely a naughty splurge. This is just like it's like a Hispanic condiment that you put on top of stuff like potato chips and stuff. I know it's really bad, but it was $1, so I bought it. Also, these Capri Suns were on sale. We really don't allow our children to have anything that isn't water or milk or orange juice, but it has to be not from concentrate. So these are a special splurge for them. They can have one per meal per day, just because they do have a lot of sugar and we tried to not give them as much. So that those were on sale and they were a special splurge. They're a stock-up item. Also picked up a case of water bottles. We try not to use plastic water bottles, and if we do use them, to make sure to recycle them. But we didn't have any on hand, and when we have guests over, sometimes people want a water bottle, so we made sure to pick them up, as well as these are rather small bags of Doritos and Fritos. We do pick some items up like that for our kids because even though not huge fans and advocates of them, we understand that they're kids and they want to have a little snack every so often, so we pick those up. But once they're gone, I usually try not to pick any up again for at least another 2 weeks and really push the yogurts, the fruits, the veggies, stuff like that. So I believe I may have forgotten a few cheese slices that I left in the fridge, but other than that, that's it. That's our grocery haul. Well, that's it. That's all we purchased this week, and we spent just under $130. That was achieved buying stuff that was on sale and price matching various stores throughout my area. I do understand that there, are some processed stuff and some snacks, and you know what? I make 90% of the meals we eat, so I'm okay with cutting a few corners. We would love to and are striving, to be able to be purchasing some more organic items and less processed foods, but this is real life right now and we're just making the best out of what we got. So, thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!